of the core problem why startup fail. Now, moving on to the next topic. Before we begin, we would like to thank all our sponsors and partners without whom it would have been impossible for us to bring people together and unite and work towards this cause, for being able to host this event for a more significant cause towards the environment. 1 million Entrepreneurs International Forum and Vyapaar Jagat are the organizers of this event. This event is powered by Peers Board. Peers Board is a group of forward thinking entrepreneurs created a network of like minded peers to help each other and grow. It's local as well as global. Peer to peer network of business, entrepreneurs, and decision makers who gain the wisdom and support of fellow members to realize their ambitions while moving the world forward together. Visit peerboards.com. Business automation partner is Sublimus Technologies Private Limited. ePorium can automate the entire business life cycle, and Sublimise has SaaS based one-stop end-to-end leisure platform for managing holidays across the client lifecycle, which is known as Brahmand. For more details, visit sublimus.tech. Campus Dean, the best school management software is Campus Dean, which can be used from anywhere, whenever you want. It is the safest and most reliable school ERP system in India. For more details, visit campusdean.com. ObesityDoctor.in by Dwarika Clinic, which is a super specialty surgery center specializing in bariatric surgery and weight loss surgery procedures. For more details, visit obesitydoctor.in. Now, Brainy Wolf EduHub, a platform to set up for growing massively and help you unlock your true potentials. Vision and mission of Brainy Wolf EduHub is to help students and parents to decide on their careers scientifically with the help of neuroscience, respectively. For more details, visit brainywolf.hub.com right now. Cotton India. Cotton India is one-stop destination for your family's needs. One of the fastest growing Indian brands, Cotton Hubs, Cotton India emerged in 2021 as a startup wholesaler and now trades over 150 stores in Pan India. For more details, visit cottonindia.shop.now. Our YouTube channel partner is Vyapaar Jagat TV. Our main partners are technology partners, Swagger Unit, our online PR partner, Newsvoice. Photography and videography partner is Inciting Minds. Our supporting partners, Wadhwani Foundation, Single Desk, Avni Logo World. Vyapar Jagat Show is powered by Peers Board and is supported by various mentors, industry leaders, and communities. So here we come to the another session of discussion, which is entrepreneur's mindset. We say that passion should be there, but passion lies in the hearts. What about the mindsets? So please welcome Mr. Hardik Shah, the founder of Recycle Green. He has 24 plus years of technocrat experience and he's trying to solve a bigger problem of climate change, global warming, with one problem at a time. Innovating circular economy and giving customer zero waste experience. What a pleasure to have you, sir, on this platform.
Thank you.
Please welcome on our board, and I hope I give the I give you the I pass you the honor of moderating the next panel of entrepreneurs mindset. Please, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, all. And welcome to the Vyapaar Jagat Growth Show. And on the occasion of National Startup Day, I think the good initiative which Dr. Praveen Parmar and Vyapaar Jagat team have taken to bring all entrepreneurs together. So thank you for inviting me to moderate this session of entrepreneur mindset. Uh, See, the man on this universe is a very special species God has created, and the different thing as compared to other creature given to man is mind. And actually, whatever growth or whatever development or whatever evolution we have seen since ages has been once thought in the mind of a man, and then it got evolved, and then it got developed, and then whatever visually we can now see was sometimes in the minds of men. So exactly, that mind itself creates a lot of stuff, and even the entrepreneur also thinks a lot, and in their mind whatever they think. Now we want to have something discussed around this panel, where we will know that what entrepreneur thinks and what's the mindset of an entrepreneur. So I'll like to welcome our panelists. We have total five. uh, I think whoever is available, please say hi, and then we'll start with whoever is available. So first is Mr. Shiv Challa. He is a recycler and founder of TR Zero Waste. He's a professional building circular economy solution. Again, we are peers in the same industry. Second, we have Karthik Venkatraman. He's a digital transformation specialist, enabling and empowering global business on e-commerce, business automation. He is CEO and co-founder at Sublimis Technologies. I hope Karthik is here, right?
Yes.
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My
Yes.
pleasure.
Good afternoon, Karthik.
Good afternoon,
Thank you for
sir.
having.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting.
Yeah, Hardik, 1 second, if you
Yeah.
don't mind. Sorry to interrupt, but we have a lot of audience who is watching this TV on Vyapaar on our YT channel. So I would like to tell that the audience that keep posting your feelings, comments, or any questions in the comment box. We shall share your questions with the speakers in real time, because we have all gems here, and these questions can be answered live on our platform. So I would once again tell all the audiences, if you have any questions, if you have any feelings, please do comment in our comment box, and it would be shared with the board members here in this session of entrepreneur mindset. Thank you, Hardik. Over to you.
Okay. Let's move to our next panelist, Mr. Yusuf Hakim. He is a founder BohriAli.com. I hope I have spelled it correctly. And he's also running enterprise fellowship program. Hi, Yusuf. Can you unmute?
Yeah, hi. Good morning. Good to have.
Welcome to the panel.
Yes, thank you so much.
Then there are two other people. Dr. Dhyaneshwar Batalwar. Easy is there. He's founder and CEO at Gyan Enviro. He's from Nagpur, Maharashtra. I think he may be joining. And then we have Mr. Mithilesh. He's a performance coach. He's a peak speaker coach and life transformation strategist. Is Mithilesh available? Okay, so we have two panelists joined right now. The other three would join in time. Let's start our panel discussion with a small introduction. I would suggest everyone to introduce yourself, whoever is available in the panel. Can we go with Mr. Karthik first?
Sure. Good afternoon again. My name is Karthik Venkatraman, and I am a digital transformation specialist. I have about 27 years of overall work experience in technology, and I'm currently the co-founder and CEO of Sublimis Technologies, where we have made in India platforms for the world, and we help SMEs and MSMEs to automate their entire business life cycle. So be it giving them a presence on the digital world, be a simple website, e-commerce website, automating the entire manufacturing process, giving them the inventory control, CRM. We do everything for the SMEs and MSMEs globally. And it is my honor and privilege to be a part of this excellent panel. And the right topic today which an entrepreneur should have, because everything they say is in the mind. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you, Mr. Kartik.
Yes, Mr. Karthik, welcome. Let's go to Mr. Yusuf. If you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for having me. So I'm Yusuf Hakim. I'm co-founder at the Enterprise India Fellowship Program uh, and co-founder at BohriAli. But our at the Enterprise India Fellowship Program has been to develop an entrepreneurial mindset in undergraduate students, students who have cleared their 12th standard and are doing various courses in India. So today we see that everybody here from the industry will say that uh, there is a lack of work-ready graduates, and this is a problem that we are trying to solve by running the Enterprise India Fellowship Program, which is a platform where people in the sense as students can learn by working on actual projects in a mentored and guided space. We're based out of Pune, and we work very closely one-on-one with our students to make sure that there is a transformation. And the transformation happens due to the projects they work on and due to the different skills they learn in a real life environment.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Yusuf, to the panel. We have Mr. Shiv Challa. Welcome, Mr. Shiv. He, I think you missed a few start points. Can you introduce yourself first, and then we'll start
Yes.
the panel discussion? Yeah.
Yes. So my name is Shiv, and thank you, Vyapaar, Jagat, and Hardik for moderating this event. Unfortunately, I'm in the ministry, and I have to had a sudden meeting, so I will be popping in and out. But thank you, and my name is Shiv. I'm a founder of 3R Zero Waste. I have a background of 25 years of experience working in oil and gas, mining, and infrastructure, working in 12 countries, and now back in India to work on Clean India projects. Thank you.
Thanks. So I think, yeah, I can understand you are somewhere. So maybe I'll start with first you for the first question, which I have in my mind. Again, the mind is the important word. So how or what is the difference between a normal mindset and entrepreneurial mindset? So maybe we can start with Mr. Shivrao.
Yes. So I would say, for an entrepreneur mindset, we have to think first of all to sacrifice all the things, which we think we are working for. So that is one important thing which I believe that I have done myself. I have gone through that pain of a startup journey, because if you come through like you are studying in a good college and you come with a mindset कि मेरा startup भी वैसा होगा वैसा नहीं होगा, you have to come with a mindset कि you will sacrifice, like when you try for IIT JEE, this is more 100 times tougher than that. So वो mindset लेके आना है. Thank you.
Thank you. We have Mr. Mithilesh. Welcome, Mr. Mithilesh. You joined a bit late. We started, but yeah, definitely we want to hear from you and have your introduction, please. Can you unmute, please? Can you unmute your mic?
Yes, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
The name is Mithilesh Kurgar, and I am a performance coach. I have been coaching people to improve their performance. It is 15 years now. So a journey of 15 years of coaching people to improve performance. And I just heard the question, it was on mindset. I tell you, performance is nothing else but a mindset. Performance is nothing about skills or talent or knowledge. Performance is just a mindset. So, I mean, when you talked of entrepreneurial mindset, I mean, I really enjoyed it because it's all about the mindset, nothing else. It is the mindset that allows you to take some action, or it is the mindset that disallows you to take some action. Action is a byproduct, not in your control, not in my control. It happens. It happens because it is the mindset which either allows it. I mean, if I put it in very simple terms, I mean, you feel you do what you feel like doing, and you don't do what you feel like not doing. I mean, all the entrepreneurs, whether startups or like they have been for n number of years, they procrastinate. Why? Because they don't feel like doing something. It's a mindset.
Okay.
Everything is about the mindset. That's how I look at the world. I mean, everyone knows what to do, and no one will do what they know. The only problem is mindset. Knowledge is no longer the problem. We live in a knowledge economy. Knowledge is available for free. The only challenge is mindset.
Yeah, so I think you defined it, the entrepreneurial mindset, very properly. Would you like to take the question how that mindset is different from normal mindset? Maybe with some examples also.
Wonderful. See, entrepreneurial mindset is a mindset which takes risk.
Okay. Yeah.
My experience of working with business owners for like 15 years, what I understand is risk. 90% of the time when a businessman talks to me and he talks of risk, 90% of the times risk is a perception. There is no actual risk. And the biggest difference between the entrepreneurial mindset and otherwise is that perception of risk. And that perception of risk determines the ability to act, determines the ability to think big, determines the ability to go after the goals, determine their ability to invest money, to borrow money, and to work. So the biggest difference is that ability to take risk, which is a pure mindset, nothing else.
Good. Thanks. Yeah, that was very nice. Mr. Yusuf, would you like to take that question? What is the difference between normal mindset and entrepreneurial mindset?
Yeah, thanks for the question, and thanks, Mr. Mithilesh, for that wonderful explanation. I think I'm going to answer this from our domain where we work with young students, and today people are very inspired by startups. They see a lot of things in the news. They see Shark Tank, they see Vyapaar Jagat, and they get inspired that हमें भी कुछ करना है. And which is a very good thing. But what we believe is that before a business, the businessman has to be ready. So we believe that the student himself needs to go through that journey, needs to go through the ups and downs, like Mr. Shivra was saying, to understand what it takes to go through this entrepreneurial journey. And for us, what that means is that how fast can you take action on an idea? So we live by the spirit of #Karo at enterprise, and we push our students into action. So the whole point is that the students who come to us are waiting that मैं engineering खत्म होगा, फिर मैं job करूँगा, फिर experience मिलेगा, फिर कुछ चालू करूँ. So our simple advice to them is that, sorry, that's too late. You need to start now. Can you go to your local Pani Puri wala, observe him for the next 3 days, and then give him some suggestions, and then take some action on that and actually implement it? This is nothing but a consulting project. And this is nothing but building an entrepreneurial mindset. So for us, the entrepreneurial mindset simply means how fast can I take action on an idea, and how fast I can bring it to life, how fast I can have the MVP, have a simple prototype ready. So if I want to get into, if I want to, sell, for example, I want to sell any product. How can I find my first customer in the smartest, quickest possible way, and then build on that, and then build those insights? So for me, I think the entrepreneurial mindset means that to start with what you begin, rather than waiting for the world to fall into place for you to start.
Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Again, coming back to Mr. Karthik, the question is, what is the difference between normal mindset and entrepreneurial mindset?
Thank you again. I think we have had some wonderful views on this. I would like to tackle one key portion is not afraid of failure. An entrepreneurial mindset should accept failures, So there is nothing wrong in failing. Each failure is simply a stepping stone to learn and helping you to move closer to success. As we all know, one of the inventors, Thomas Edison, once said, I have not failed. I have just found out 10,000 ways that don't work. So failing at something doesn't mean that you are a failure, but just think that you need to look at that perspective very, very differently, be positive and try out other option to ensure it works. So that is where an entrepreneurial mindset plays a very important role. You don't have to close your mind. You need to be positive under every situation and look at options, because you are not, when you are trying to do something, you're having a team with you. So your thought process will go down to the team. So you need to collaborate. You need to ensure the team is together. You need to be responsible. You need to be responsible for your thoughts, because everything you think, you implement. You are not only responsible for yourself, but for the vision of the company, but also the tireless team who are working along with you to ensure that your vision is being realized. So being positive and accepting failure, learning of the failure and not being afraid of failure is one of the key traits which differentiates an entrepreneur with other people. So this is one viewpoint which I wanted to put.
Superb, superb. So yeah, I think very nice comments we received. Shivra was talking about experience, which we need to have. Mithilesh ji was talking about risk-taking abilities. Yusuf was talking about act fast, how fast we can act. And Karthik, absolutely wonderful. You talked about don't afraid of failures. So very nice thoughts. People who are watching this, they would definitely have that as a very good input for their developing mind. So the next question which I would like to have, obviously there are a lot of young entrepreneurs or trying to be entrepreneurs, people are watching this show. So what is that three things which a person need to do? Maybe if you want to have sequence also, you can define. But top three things which a person need to do that to develop that entrepreneurial mindset. So let's again start with Mr. Karthik. If you can just define those top three things.
Yeah, thank you again. So the top three things as per me, one is the passion. The passion to see what your dream is, the passion to go and achieve that goal with a team which is with you. Number two, the risk-taking abilities. So you have to take risk. Don't be afraid of failure. And three, be a very good listener. As an entrepreneur, as the leader, you need to be open to feedback. Do not take feedback as a negative, somebody is trying to stop you, but look at feedback as what you can appreciate from that feedback and improve on what you're doing. So there are different ways to implement it. So passion, be a very good listener, and take risks. These are the three key things which you need to bear in mind when you become an entrepreneur. Yes, stick to your goal, ensure that you lead the vision. Everything is not only about making money, it's the passion which dictates what you're doing and why you're doing. Thank you very much.
Great, thanks, Mr. Karthik. Again, going back to Mr. Yusuf, if you can define top three things to develop that entrepreneurial mindset.
So I think Mr. Karthik put it very beautifully, and you could see how much passion he was speaking about passion as well. For me, I think the three things that I would suggest, again from a younger demographic, is that number one, say yes to every opportunity that comes your way. So we say at Enterprise that until the age of 30, say yes to every opportunity that comes your way and build expertise. So whether it is, and then figure out how to do it better in any way, whether it's a small activity or a big activity. If you're in your first job, if you're doing any project, look at it from a point of view as to how can I make this better? How can I make it 1% better than the way it was done before? So one, I would say, is take charge of every opportunity. Second is that also make use of every resource that you have. So what that would mean is that if you're in college or if you're in your young life, how can you connect with people who are a few years ahead of you, but in a transactional relationship? So I also come from a family business background, and the important bit is that, my father has been in the business for the last 45 to 50 years. And but it's my job as to how I can make use of their resources and put it into action in modern world as well. So one is that reach out to your network, uh, make the best use of your resources from a network point of view, and also what is available. So today you have tools which are the most powerful tools available to you, which are not possible in another time. So think about pre-COVID, we wouldn't have been thinking of a panel like this over Zoom. There was video call, there was Skype, but just because of the requirement, it increased. So make use of every tool possible. It's possible for me to be able to connect with, say, a founder sitting in California or in Singapore or whatever in my line, and reach out to him and use his knowledge. So you make use of your resources, whether they are network or tools, Google, LinkedIn, e-commerce, whatever it is. And the last, I would say that again, you need grit. So you need grit to show up. As an entrepreneur, we say that the most important thing is that no matter what happens, you show up for your team, for your customers, for yourself. If you can show up day in, day out, you will figure out how things will work, and very soon things will work. So yeah, those are my top three things.
Yeah, thank you, Yusuf. It was great. Mr. Mithilesh, if you can again tell your three things which people should do while changing their mindset.
Thank you so much. See, talking of just three things is actually a big challenge when it comes
top
to
three. Yes, yeah, top three.
But yes, when I talk of the top three, see, the one on the top for me is always mental toughness. And mental toughness is something which is earned. People are not born with it. It is something that is earned. You earn mental toughness by taking challenges with every day. Every passing day, you are supposed to take a challenge. And when I say a challenge, the challenge has got to be at least 4 or 5% higher than your skill. This is a ratio which comes from research. The challenge has got to be at least 4 or 5%, which is higher than your skill level. Then that is a challenge which builds mental toughness. So for me, the biggest skill is mental toughness. The second skill for me is being process driven. Everything in the business, there has got to be a process for it. And it has got to be a documented process. So mental toughness plus process. And the third thing for me, again, is like be purpose driven. There has got to be a purpose to what you are doing. If you don't, I'll quote a simple research by McKinsey. They did this study during the COVID. And what they concluded out of the entire study is employees in organizations which were purpose driven, they are more happier and more productive than the other organizations. So being purpose driven is not only good for you, but it is also good for the entire organization on the whole. So three things for me: mental toughness, which is about taking challenges daily. The second is everything in the business has got to be process driven. And the third thing is the organization, not only the businessman, the organization on the whole has to be purpose driven. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Mr. Shiv, are you there? Mr. Shiv? I think he has left. Okay, wonderful. So I think very, very well said. Mr. Karthik talked about passion. Mr. Yusuf talked about use resources. Mr. Mithilesh talked about being process driven and purpose driven. So that again comes to the next question, which I would like to ask each one of you. Is what are the challenges which any person will have to face while changing their mindset? Because when I can share my example, obviously I was a service person. I used to work 9 to 5. I had my salaries on the first day of any month in my account. And then when I started my entrepreneurial journey, the first thing which I started, these challenges, how to manage with that, how, because when you become an entrepreneur, 24 hours is even short. Then you don't know when you are going to get money in your bank account and how you're going to run your home. So maybe again, I would like to listen from you as an experts, and even for the benefit of our viewers, that what are those challenges which we should envisage or definitely going to come, and how we can get prepared to face those challenges while changing our mindset. Maybe again in the reverse order, I'll start with Mr. Mithilesh.
Great. See, for me, there is only one challenge when we talk of the mindset. Not only mindset, when we talk of business or business growth, there is only one challenge that every businessman, business owner on the face of this earth faces. And that challenge is called ego.
Okay.
Right. See, I'll give you a very simple example. Like if Arjun, in the Kurukshetra, if he had refused to take help from Krishna, what would have happened?
Mm-hmm.
He was the best warrior. He had all the skills. He did not have the mindset. If he had refused to take help from Krishna, we all know it would have been a huge disaster.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest challenge is ego, not willing to take help from people.
Mm-hmm.
Building a mindset, it happens. That's called good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't know how to build it. It just happens by chance, by default, by luck. The only way to build it is take help, either from some friend who knows how to build it or some professional. There is no second option available to build a mindset, because everyone whose mindset eventually got built, it happened for them. They never tried to build it. That's called good luck. That's the only one way it happens. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Very nice thought, Mr. Mithilesh. So, Mr. Yusuf, if you can just speak about those challenges which anyone would face, or maybe to get prepared.
Yeah. So, of course, mindset is a huge challenge. And I love how Mr. Mithilesh said that mindset happens. You don't really have to, like, you have to work on it, of course. So, I believe that you have to put yourself in such experiences. You have to find such experiences where you can practice being in this mindset. So, if you want to make the switch, or you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to be in that situation many times. You need to be in that situation where you are faced by uncertainty, but you need to find a solution to move to the other path, whatever that may be. So one is that. So being in that situation many times helps you hone your problem solving skills. Now you can find this experience in many ways. Go and maybe, like he said, ask for help with a relative, or go to your college professor, or go to your find a mentor, look up online, go and volunteer somewhere where there are these problems that need to be solved, and the responsibility is not on you. So you can really practice there where the pressure is not on you, but you are learning under somebody else. And that's when in a 9 to 5 or a normal corporate environment also, if you work with an entrepreneurial mindset, you can really grow like a lot.
That's correct.
Wherein you consider that this is my own company. If you consider that this is my company, apna khud ka samajh ke karna hai, so then that just changes the way you look at things. You will look at it as your own, and you will grow, and growth will come. The other practical challenge that comes up is what you mentioned, Mr. Hardik, about, when you're sailing in a boat, there is inertia, gaadi chalu hai. You don't have to jump out of that boat into the ocean and then look to build your own boat, So practically what you need to do is that you need to prepare yourself and give yourself that time. You will need to give yourself 2 years of time to build and understand what you want to do. Even if you get success in the past, you need that 2 to 3 year period to transition into a full-blown, new entrepreneurship, new startup. When you're in a company or working, the company provides you that safety net to do that. And so practically, you need to give yourself 2 to 3 years of time. Prepare your family, prepare yourself, prepare your parents, prepare everybody around you that this is what I'm going to do. I'll need 2 to 3 years to figure it out. And there's no guarantee that at the end of 2 to 3 years, something good is going to come out of it. Sorry, if I'm going to be successful in this, but yes, something good will definitely come out of it. So that's
Correct. Very nice. Yeah. Going back to Mr. Karthik, what will be the challenge or the challenges one will face while changing their mindset from normal to entrepreneurial?
Yeah, thank you. I think we had some wonderful views, and I completely endorse the views which are being mentioned. So the most important thing is self-acceptance. Okay, now there are two things. One is situations and environment which you can control. Certain things which you cannot control. They are beyond you. So while what is in our control, we know how to react. We have plans, we have backup plans. But it is the test is when situations what you don't control, when they test you. So you need to have a very, very positive approach towards that. There is nobody in the world who knows everything. There is something called as lifelong learning. So we learn every day. Accept to the fact that you don't know everything. Take help from experts, understand their viewpoint, see how to react in those situations, adapt it. Okay. And most important thing is collaborate, because great businesses require teamwork. Okay. Now, even today, Amazon was not built by one person. There was a big team. And if somebody has to have an entrepreneurial mindset, you need to think in terms of we instead of I. There is no I in entrepreneurship. It's always we. So there is an African proverb which says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you have to go together. Because today, business are so dynamic because we don't control the environment today. There are so many changes happening. You need to be adaptive. You need to hear. You need to take feedback. You need to collaborate. And then prepare your mind for those sorts of uncertainties which are beyond you. Learn to get the right team, seek the right advice from experts, accept their advice, implement those advice with your team, and then it is a journey which all go together. So that is the mindset change which is needed. Thank you.
Super, super. So we had very wonderful views from everyone. Mr. Mitresh talked about ego. Then Mr. Yusuf talked about how practical challenges we need to overcome. And Mr. Karthik talked about how self-acceptance helps in the different situations to come out of those challenges and get the entrepreneurial mindset. Now, the most important thing which every student or everyone will look for are the resources to start from where, which is that resource or which is that course or which is that institute or what is even your offerings or what is that which students should refer to or what are those YouTube videos. So maybe I would like to know from each one of you if you can guide our students, maybe some tips, tricks or some names or some course or some videos that would help them to go through or maybe enroll to them, and then that can help them to change their mindset. So yeah, again, starting the reverse order, Mr. Karthik, any suggestions or any tools or resources?
Yeah, I think the best tool you can always get is experience. So whenever you are confused or you want to grow in life or you want to learn seek advice, always ask experts. There are a lot of courses available online, but what I would recommend the students who are going to become entrepreneurs, who are thinking in terms of becoming future entrepreneurs, is start small. Take an internship somewhere in some of the companies or in some places which is similar to what you want to do. Learn, because practical experience is the best experience you can ever get. You can read a lot of books, you can understand the background, you can understand the logic, you can have a lot of knowledge in terms of the book knowledge, but what happens on ground, what happens in reality is a completely different experience rather than what is on the book. So try and take internship, try and work for 2 years, for 2.5 years, learn that. If you have somebody in your homegrown, in your house who's doing business. Try and be there. Try and understand how they're handling situations, how they are taking decisions, because practical experience is the best. And yes, always speak to people who have the experience, seek their advice. There are a lot of consultants and a lot of counselors today available. There are a lot of other options today, what was not there about 15-20 years back when we started, or 25 years back. You have a lot of options today, you have a lot of resources today, and everything is available at the tip of your fingers. So make use of everything, but yes, remember, practical experience is always the best experience. Thank you.
Yeah, so what resources you would suggest, even maybe book or a course or some websites or some uh, a different kind of colleges?
So from a startup, depending on what the person wants to do. So for example, for startups to become entrepreneurs, there are a lot of institutes today, like how you have MBA courses. You do have courses on entrepreneurship, which people have started taking. There are a lot of YouTube sessions on how to become an entrepreneur. What are the most important things to become an entrepreneur? So all these can be used as good tools and good references. There are a lot of websites also which help startups, who help entrepreneurs. So there is something like Startup Lanes. There are a lot of such websites which help people who want to jump into the entrepreneurial what do you call way of becoming an entrepreneur going forward. So these are all the tools and resources available. And the best, as I mentioned, is speak to experts, speak to advisors, and try and take that 2 years experience on ground to understand how businesses are run, how businesses are built. So that would be, and very good to also read books, case studies of Microsoft. You can Amazon case studies. All these books are available, how they have built the businesses. So all these books will also help, and these are all readily available today.
Thank you, Mr. Karthik. Mr. Yusuf, your views?
Yeah. So it is sometimes, at least for the young people coming into the industry, it is sometimes a catch-22 situation. So, we are always looking for people with experience, but they don't have any experience to start their experience. So how do they start? And they are in that loop forever. Forever in the sense that then that delays things, and then they typically will go for a master's degree or something like that. Whereas we believe that at the Enterprise India Fellowship Program, we've made this program specifically for people who want to fast forward their lives. So in your undergraduate, you work on real projects. So we put them into projects where they are actually advising a client. They are doing a bunch of user research, user surveys, going and speaking to customers, formulating reports, presenting to the client, taking insights from the client, and then going back to achieve a goal that is set for that project. And we believe that that is the fastest way to learn. So by the time, the simple trick or the simple tip that we say is that 3 years of college or 4 years, if you do an engineering degree, you have a lot of free time. You must do something along with college. You must, if you're doing an internship, it just cannot be an internship where you're going there and you're not really contributing, you're just doing what is said and that's it. You need to be working in a dynamic environment where you are working directly with decision makers. They are pushing the limit. You are working double the amount that anybody else in your classroom is. And that same applies to youngsters who are in their first job. If they want to sort of move out and work in the industry, work on a startup, build something of their own, they need to start while they're in the job and figure out things. It's practically difficult to do, but for students, the Enterprise India Fellowship Program has been designed specifically for this reason, that we put you in positions where you're in a real life event, you have to learn. You don't have any other option. You're challenged. And we find that these students learn very fast. So they learn very fast when there's a challenge to be solved. And it's not just a pure theoretical assignment or something. It's not an assignment, a hypothetical assignment. So find yourself these experiences, find yourself these opportunities, connect with mentors, would be practical tips for you to start.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Enterprise India Fellowship Program, if you have any link or registration, I think it would be better to share maybe with Vyapaar Jagat, and they can also give it to their viewers. Going to Mr. Mithilesh, yeah, what's your suggestion on those resources which anyone can use?
Thank you. Amazing views of all the panelists. See, what I have learned in the last 15 years as a coach is something very simple. Everyone knows what to do. It's not just businessmen. It's like people who are obese knows what to do to lose weight. People in leadership role knows what to do to become a better leader. Every business owner knows what to do to double the business in a year. Everyone knows what to do, but no one is going to do it. This is a fact for the entire world. It's not about knowledge or skills. I'm sorry. The whole world is going wrong. This is my experience of 15 years. You can, if you come across business, ask them this question: what can you do to double your business in the next 1 year? Write 5 points. Everyone is capable of writing 5 points. I do these 5 things, my business doubles in a year. No one is going to do it. The only challenge is mindset. The only one challenge is mindset, because it is mindset which allows you to use the knowledge, to apply the knowledge that you have. And it is the mindset which is not going to let you apply the knowledge that you have. Everyone has all the knowledge. I tell you, even the startups, they know what to do. They have been studying. They have been following websites. They have been taking courses. They have been going to incubation. They have been going to startup meets. They know what to do. The only challenge is doing what they know. It is about building a mindset which allows the right action, which leads to growth, which leads to results. So building the mindset, there is no option to it. Whatever a person is doing, whether business or anything else, action is a byproduct of the mindset. If people understand this one line, action is the byproduct of the mindset, not the knowledge or the skills or the talents or the ability. Action is the byproduct of the mindset. Just need to understand this one line and act accordingly. Take courses which builds mindset, not knowledge, because knowledge is no longer the challenge. Take courses that builds mindset, not skills, because skills is not any longer the challenge. People have it all. So the only thing required is take courses which builds mindset, which allows you to put your knowledge into action. Thank you.
Any recommendation of courses?
A recommendation of courses, there are very few such courses which Indian trainers do, honestly, Indian coaches do. Most of the courses which are done are, yes, I have a free workshop coming up, Build a Winning Mindset. I'll share the link in our WhatsApp group. You can take it ahead and share it in the channel. That's fine.
Super.
So it is happening
Super.
on 10th. But there are some international guys who do something amazing. You can search for a 12, it is called, just let me recall it. It is called 7x Productivity. There is this one course available. The other course available, it is called the 12-week year.
12?
And there is a course by Robin Sharma on performance. I mean, these are 3 amazing courses available if someone can take those. And yes, I'll be sharing the link of my free workshop it's a 2-hour workshop happening on 10th of January, 7 to 9 in the evening. I'll share the link in our WhatsApp group. I mean, you can take it from there and it can be shared with the participants. Thank you.
Super, super, super. I think that was really great. I think we have some time to take questions from the viewers.
Yes, Hardik. I actually was listening to all the speakers here, and I actually have a question for all the speakers here. Is that on my side? It is that, like, when some person is starting up a business, he has a mindset of starting up the business, earning the profits, making a reputation to be referred by others. In all this roles what an entrepreneur has, because it is just described like entrepreneur, but we always look down the roles which he or she is playing, an individual is playing. So how among all these roles, because there are a lot of people who are giving their advices, their knowledge, and then there that creates a cloud of confusion, which actually hits his mind, and the person gets weaker on the original goal or motive of his business. So how can one avoid getting this and be stable on his mindset? That is my question.
Yeah, anyone who would like to take this?
Shall I take it?
Yeah, sure.
Fine. What did you say your name is?
This is Jalpan Lala and the host of the show from Vyapaar Jagat, sir.
Fine. See, the question is really, really amazing. And this is one of the biggest challenges people face. I'll quote Philip Kotler here. Philip Kotler, considered to be the marketing guru, the management guru of the world. His one quote, which no one quotes. Honestly, no one quotes this one quote by Philip Kotler. Philip Kotler says, business is two things, innovation and marketing. Business is two things, innovation and marketing. And the rest all are the support systems. What this means is, if a business owner is spending his time in the support system, it's a waste. There can be people to do the support system. The only function of the business owner is innovation and marketing. If I go by this one quote, it's an amazing quote, and everyone who goes by this, they grow tremendously. They grow much better than the rest. The second thing that I always talk of is, I mean, this is what I have been following throughout my life for the last around 25 years. If there are 6 departments in my organization, the heads of all these 6 departments are people who are better than me in doing that job. I am the least skillful person in my organization when we talk of running this 6 departments. If I can manage this, I'll go faster than anyone else on the face of this earth, because I can now focus only on growth, nothing else. These are the only 2 possible solutions to the question that you asked. Thank you.
Wonderful. I think those are the from the deep of the experience. These words or these statements are coming. And absolutely, it's not only for the viewers, but I'm noting it down. So for entrepreneurs like us, also it's very helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from viewers?
Well, I feel like the viewers, all the questions have been majoritarily answered by our speakers here. And I don't think that there are any questions unleft. However, they could keep posting us even after this session, so that we make sure that these questions are reached to our speakers later on, and we can discuss that in the later videos which we make and post it on our Vyapaar Jagat TV.
Yeah, thank you. So thanks. I think I think time is short. So thanks all our panelists for giving your time, and I hand it over to Dr. Praveen Verma.
Right, Hardik bhai, thank you so much. And I think it was very, very powerful. And I must say, it was very useful for, all the entrepreneurs, new as well as the budding entrepreneurs, because a lot of things to learn out of this particular session. And Mithilesh bhai, so I'm a big fan of you now. So, always learning. We met twice and a lot of things to learn. All right. And so, Mithilesh, as you have said, you are coming up with workshops. So we are having this particular session live as of now. And so those who have watched this particular session, I'm sure, they are seeking for that particular link. So I'll just share the link with you, and you can even mention the workshop detail in the comment box so that it will reach out to all the people, those who are watching live or, in the later period of time.
Okay. So you want me to share the link here in the chat, or I'll share it in the group, in our WhatsApp group?
Anyways, sir. Anyways, that will be fine.
I'll share the WhatsApp group once we are done with this session.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you so much for sharing your insights, your experience, and a lot of things to learn. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very